Hi, Mike from RunPhys.com, and today I want to talk to you about plantar fasciitis. Special thanks goes to Pam for suggesting the topic for today's video. If there are other topics you'd like to see me cover in these videos, please reach out via email or Twitter or leave a comment on YouTube or on the blog. Let me know what you'd like to hear. Plantar fasciitis is a common issue that runners and even non-runners deal with. Most often it's characterized by pain on the underside of the heel bone. Now, the plantar fascia is a tight band of connective tissue that attaches the heel to the base of your toes. And it's one of the tissues that's responsible for keeping your arch in place. With every step that you take, your arch should flatten out and coil back. And if it's doing that happily, then the plantar fascia usually stays happy and stays pain-free. But all too often that becomes irritated. And so what I want to cover today is the reasons why and what you can do about it to manage it on your own. Now, one of the common underlying issues that causes irritation of the plantar fascia is that the heel bone itself becomes immobile. With every step that you take, your heel bone should be free to wobble, kind of like the rudder of a ship. And if it can do that, then that again decreases the stress on the plantar fascia. Another issue is tightness in the calves or some of the other musculature around the heel bone. Your calf muscle turns into your Achilles tendon, and your Achilles tendon attaches onto your heel bone, but some of the fibers from your Achilles tendon actually wrap all the way around your heel and blend in with your plantar fascia. So it's very, very common that tightness in the calf will be a huge contributor to plantar fasciitis. So we're going to cover things that can take care of those issues today. The first thing that you're going to do is a self-treatment to mobilize the heel bone as well as develop some flexibility of the plantar fascia. So what you want to do is get in a position, sitting down most likely, where your foot is not on the ground and you can grab onto your heel very easily. And what you want to do is you're going to work your heel forward and backward, again picturing the motion like the rudder of a ship, and picturing also that that rudder is kind of rusty and we've got to knock some of the rust off. So you can go back and forth, but while you're doing that, you're also going to give some thumb pressure into the origins of your plantar fascia. It might be a little bit tender, and a little bit of tenderness is okay, but you don't want it to make it too tender, as that could irritate the tissue. But as you're wobbling back and forth, you want to gently dig in and try to massage the origins of your plantar fascia. You want to do that for 2 to 3 minutes, possibly every day, if not 4 to 5 times a week. The next thing that you're going to do is a calf stretch, but we're going to throw a couple extra little twists into it to help emphasize the plantar fascia. So you're going to get into a standard calf stretch position, but what you'll want to do is find a wedge or a towel or something that you can prop your toes up onto to create more tension on the plantar fascia and get more of an emphasis in that area. So you get into a calf stretch position with your knees straight, toes propped up on something. You're going to lean forward till you feel a good stretch into your calf. You'll possibly feel a stretch into the foot. And once you feel a good stretch, what you're going to do then is you're going to alternately flatten and restore the arch of your foot. Going back and forth like that, you'll do that 30 times. And what you should feel is that the tissue in your foot and in your calf relaxes and eases into that position. As you're doing that stretch, if you feel just a tinge of pain, that's okay, as long as it is there but then decreases as you do the stretch. If you feel an intense pain or it's really sharp or gets worse, then back off and try it again at a lesser intensity, or back off that one altogether and consult your medical professional about that one. So once we develop better mobility and better flexibility in that area, we've got to make sure we restore some strength and stability to encourage proper movement patterns in your foot. So the last exercise that you're going to do is you're going to get into a single leg balance position, but we also want to challenge that whole line of muscles that can contribute. So what you're going to do is get into a balanced position, but you're going to bend way forward. So there's a little bit of tension on your hamstrings, a little bit of tension on your calf as well. In that position, what you're going to do as you lean forward is you're just going to gently rock your upper body and your arms forward and backward. You're going to do that facing straight forward. You're also going to do that at angles, off to the right, and off to the left. And what that will do is not only develop balance and stability in your foot, but it will do that towards the end ranges of the tissue of the bottom of your foot, the plantar fascia, the little intrinsic muscles of your foot, as well as your calf and your hamstrings. Again, the calf and hamstring muscles can be huge contributors to irritation of the plantar fascia if they're too tight or if they're not behaving like they should. So those are 3 things that you can do to help decrease the irritation of your plantar fascia and hopefully make it stronger and allow you to do what you like to do without pain. Now, you may also want to check out the other videos that I've made for foot strength, as those can also help to build up the strength to help prevent future instances of plantar fasciitis. So anyway, give those a try. Let me know how they go. Stay fast, friends.